Start.
Good morning, students. Today's topic is fertilization in human being. Just we have discussed that the ova which will be released from the ovary is in form of this structure having outer covering corona radiata, inner covering zona pellucida. In between plasma membrane and zona pellucida there is a perivitelline space, and plasma membrane, here is cytoplasm and the nucleus. And this structure is first mitotic division and the second metaphase stage. Now it is not in this particular stage, second meiotic division is not been completed. Now what happens? It will be come out from the ovary by the process of ovulation, received by the fimbriae, and by the action of the ciliary movement, this particular ova is present in the fallopian tube, where they wait for the sperm. If sperm is received by that particular type, this type of the female whose that have ova, that fallopian tube have ova, and if the sperm is received by the female by the process of insemination, immediately by the lysing movement, as you know that sperm has this type of structure like this. This tail is present, and this tail move lysing movement, and this lysing movement is responsible for the movement of this particular inside the female reproductive system, from the vulva to the vagina to the uterus, and from the uterus it will have to go to the fallopian tube. Now it has been observed that during this particular courtship or during this particular insemination, a special chemical that is called prostaglandin in form of hormone is released, and this prostaglandin is responsible for increasing the contraction of the uterine wall in the anti-milking action to push that particular sperms upward towards the fallopian tube. So these two are responsible for the movement of this sperm up to the fallopian tube, where the ova is ready to receive. But it has been observed the number of obstacles are also there in the female reproductive systems. Some phagocytic cells are present, and the thickening of the endometrial lining is also served as the obstacle for the movement, because the thickening is so high that they will not they are just like this, this type of structure, and here sperm is present, so it will have to go through this like this. It will take more time also. It is also obstacle. Because of that, the millions of the sperms are discharged in one insemination, and only few hundreds of the sperms will become in contact with the fallopian tube or the ova. One thing, whenever the sperm is inside the uterus, capacitation will also take place. It has been observed that the outer covering, this plasma membrane, is covered by the certain mucilaginous thick coat. And in presence of this particular thick coat, it has been observed that the movement of sperm is not up to mark. So the removal of this particular coat is called capacitation. That is the removal of the sterol and the glycoproteins over the acrosomal part of the sperm. So it is very much essential. Without this capacitation, what happens? It can't move. Now, what happens? Suppose the sperm will come in contact with this particular part of the ova. Here is the sperm. Here is the sperm. Then what happens? The first of all, it is very much essential that the ova and the sperm both should be of the same species. To check this particular, a reaction that is called fertilizing anti-fertilizing reaction will be there. It is not actually reaction, but it is the attachment of the head, certain part of the head of the sperm to the part of the ova. If that will be fit in proper way, then we can say that it is of the same species. After this, it is also called ZP3 reaction. After that, what happens? This acrosome release certain enzymes. Certain enzymes. That is called sperm lysine. Sperm lysine. The first one is the corona penetrating enzyme. It means that enzyme is responsible for the digest the corona radiata part, and this sperm is now here. Corona penetrating enzyme. Next is the hyaluronidase. Hyaluronidase. And third one is the zona pellucida, zona penetrating enzyme, or acrosine. That is called zona penetrating enzyme. These are the certain enzymes, and with the help of this enzyme, the sperm will come in contact with the vitelline membrane of the plasma of the ova. Now what happens? Whenever it will come in contact with the vitelline membrane, this type of structure is formed. It is called fertilization cone. It is called fertilization cone. Whenever the sperm will come in contact with this, immediately it will be engulfed by the ova. Immediately it will be engulfed by the ova, and here is the nucleus. Now when this sperm is present here, the second meiotic division will be started. Second meiotic division will be started before fusion, because it has mainly nucleus part, it is N, and this one is also N. But the second meiotic division will be started, and the second polar body is discharged. After that, what happens? Amphimixis will be takes place, and the zygote is formed. Now the chance to penetrate more than one sperm also. For this, what happens? A reaction that is called cortical reaction. Cortical reaction take place. What happens in this? Just we have to discuss. This one is the vertebral membrane. This one is zona pellucida. What happens? Certain cortical granules are present here. Whenever one sperm come inside it, suppose this one is here, this cortical granules start to fuse and come here. They make a layer. And this make the layer hard, as well as this layer have no effect of that particular enzymes, which will be in form of the acrolacin or the release from the that is a male gamete, that is acrosomal part. Due to that, what happens? It start the further penetration of the sperm will be blocked. It means this particular cortical reaction check the polyspermy. In addition to that, their ionic concentration is also been changed. It is not suitable for the ZP3 reaction or the fertilizing and anti-fertilizing reaction. So it is responsible for this one. Now, after that, what happens? This become fused. It becomes fused to form a zygote. But this zona pellucida is still present in it, because it has certain work at the time of plantation. Now in this case, after this particular zygote formation, the cells start to divide. That is 2-cell, then 4-cell stage. Then what happens after that? We will discuss in the embryonic development in human being.